we had a really interesting talk today by someone who I think I see in the audience, perhaps, but at our meeting that showed something really interesting, which is that stress affects brain development when you're young. And that,
Yeah, for sure.
of course, and it's really fascinating because in many different ways, but in particular, it seems clear that if you, and I went up and asked her this afterwards because I was thinking about talking to you about this,
Yeah.
that if you are exposed to a lot of stress, that your brain develops ways to respond to it, the stress hormones, and that some people may therefore only function efficiently if they're under stress, if they're used to being stressful as a child. And I think we both share that. I mean, both our mothers are alive, and we apologize to both of you out there if you're watching. But it was pretty stressful.
We probably have to thank them as well.
What was that?
We probably have to thank them.
Yeah,
as
we'll
well.
have to thank them as well. Exactly. No, that's true. But do you think that do you agree that sort of affects the way you,
I think it's everything. I believe it's exactly the reason I ended up what I am. I think it's, listen, childhood is an interesting thing, but when you live what is called childhood, and it's not a childhood necessarily, no sense of security, no real, and we moved constantly. When I was a kid, we moved like gypsies, man. One time we moved from one house to the house next door. It's true. So we moved around a lot, and I never had that sense of home or security or whatever. So it was a somewhat violent upbringing. So that stress that begins actually at a very young age, because I think it's been the fact has been proven that we are exactly who we're going to be at the age of 3. And raising my kids, my daughter's now 16, about to be 17. My boy's 13, about to be 14. They are exactly who they were then. And they've lived a life. I mean, when I had kids, the first decision I made was, I will raise them. I will do everything in the opposite.
Yeah, my mother's been very useful to me
raised.
for that reason too, yeah.
So my kids have turned out semi-normal. But, you just, at a certain point, you must accept it,